Today we will be taking a look at SHIB Coin and performing some technical analysis in order to make some predictions on where we could see the price of SHIB go in the future. Let's get into it. How's it going, guys? Ryan here and welcome back to another crypto video, and today we'll be performing some technical analysis on SHIB in order to make some clear predictions on, I suppose, where we can predict the price of the coin to go in the future. But before we get into that, guys, please remember to give this video a thumbs up if you do enjoy it. It helps me out so much with the YouTube algorithm. And if you're interested in seeing more crypto content as well as many other things such as investing, stocks and wealth management, hit that subscribe button as well, because that's what we cover on this channel. All the latest and greatest stuff, so make sure you're on board. I'd also love to know in the comment section below whether you are a part of the SHIB army. Do you hold any SHIB coin? And what your thoughts are on the TA perspective of SHIB moving forward. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. If you haven't done so already, I recommend you check out the last video I released, which was on some more of the fundamental factors that could impact the price of SHIB moving forward. As I mentioned, we're purely focusing on charting and charting techniques in order to predict the price of SHIB moving forward. So let's jump into the computer and look at the current SHIB chart. Today we are on a crypto website called CoinSpot, and if you're interested in buying or selling crypto, there is a link down in the description below which you can sign up to this website. It's obviously Australian based, so targeted to Australian customers, but you could sign up effectively from anywhere in the world. So if you're interested, make sure you check it out. But what we can see in front of us is the SHIB coin chart, and if we just zoom out a bit, we can see from a daily perspective it hasn't been running too long, and this is being supplied by one of my other favorite websites, which is free, called TradingView. Now obviously we can see up here we had a peak in the price at around 5.2, and since it has dipped significantly lower. But what I'm more interested in is the price action at this point over the past few days in order to make a prediction where we're at, but we'll quickly look at the overall situation. And firstly, what I'm actually going to do is change us from the hourly here to the 5-minute chart, and then just zoom back out again, because that gives us, I suppose, a bit more of a detailed view, and given the chart's not too old, it helps us to, I suppose, see what's going on exactly. So first thing I want to do is try and work out the exact trend, and obviously you can see we've been going down from this point, so I take a line from the top and drag it down in order to find where we are at on the chart. And as we can actually see here, if we hit these 2 points up here, let's just move that across so we can see that we peaked obviously up here, and we've consistently hit this point. We're in a downtrend obviously, and that was broken. And that was broken right about here, which is on the 15th of May, which is fantastic. And we can see that the price has effectively just gravitated to the right in a horizontal fashion, more in sort of a trading range. And the first point in time which we saw some real interesting price action was here on the 17th of May, where we saw a large increase in the volume of SHIB actually being bought. So looking at this, what can we decipher? Well, effectively this is showing us there is a shift in the trend here from a longer term, or I suppose medium term, because it's not been around for so long, perspective. But once we zoom in, let's have a look at the current situation. So if we take a line from the top here and chart it obviously along the tops of this, you like to hit all the top points or the high points of all the spikes if possible. We can see that there is a small break here, and it's obviously touched there and gone through there. And if we take one from the lower point to work out what was going on here, effectively we can see it has tightened, and this is effectively a triangle pattern that we're seeing here, and it indicates that effectively the price is consolidating. And given that we're seeing a triangle pattern on, I suppose, a horizontal perspective, that means we should potentially see a change in the direction of the price. So obviously it's broken that long-term downtrend around about here. It started trading horizontally and going across, and then had the huge spike and has gone into this trading pattern. And what we do see is a break here, but it has fallen below. But if we dive a little bit deeper, there is more than this to meets the eye. What we have here is a reversal pattern inside our existing pattern. I just want to show you that briefly. So first thing to note is, if we zoom in right close, we can see that there is this cup and handle shape. And a cup and handle, for those of you who don't know, is a typical pattern that indicates a reversal is going to occur. So the cup is this one here, and then we draw the handle, which moves out here. Excuse my very, very poor drawing skills, but that is effectively a reversal pattern. And what you're going to see is the price is going to bounce in the handle like this, up and down, until it eventually breaks. And in theory, with a cup and handle pattern, it should break this direction, because what we're seeing is a reversal. Now, one key point I'd like to note is that effectively we have a few key factors to also consider. Let me just delete some of that. So we've obviously got this going on here. I'm just going to delete the cup bit for argument's sake, and this handle, and make it a bit cleaner. So as I mentioned, we can see that, yeah, we've got kind of the handle forming here. And if we just copy, copy this line, copy that line, chuck it here, the handle, I suppose, is a little bit more clearer to see. But the price action, look, we've had a lot of consolidation around this point, even from a historical point of view. So if we just take this right here, we can see that there is a very large amount of support for where the price is currently at, due to the fact that there has been so much action that has occurred at this price point over time. So as you can see right here, we've had a lot of action occurring, which means in theory, if we look at this, it should be bouncing off that point because it is the support. And I think what we're going to see is a crunch right here, and it's going to happen very, very soon, because what we're seeing is the cup and handle formation driving down, but we're seeing this horizontal support tighten, and we're actually seeing once again almost a triangle pattern forming within this existing pattern. Once that occurs, I think, this is my own opinion and not financial advice, that the price is going to bounce, get tighter, then spring upwards in momentum. And as you can see, if we start charting, we should get it a nice, I suppose, upwards direction pattern start going up there. Let's say it does break, hypothetically, and hopefully it does for all SHIB holders, obviously. Let's say the price does break. What is the first price target that we need to hit in order to, I suppose, start moving to the next level? Well, let's take a wider view once again. And as you can see right here, there has been once again a lot of price action occurring. And this was the previous spike. So this is effectively the first target if we do break out. So the price of SHIB will need to go up however much to this and break this point right here, this resistance. Once it breaks that, hopefully it does, then effectively we should start seeing some legitimate growth, and that will really be where a confirmation has occurred that the price has gone into an upwards trend, because we've had lots of factors indicating a reversal is going to occur, along with the fact that we can clearly see that the trend has been broken and a new trend has formed, moving the the coin into an upwards direction. I trade stocks so much that I get confused between the two when I'm talking about them. So the coin SHIB should be moving in an upwards direction from that point, and hopefully we will see that momentum continue. And obviously, as I mentioned before, check out those older videos that I did yesterday on SHIB, on the fundamental factors that should help drive this upwards momentum. I hope that explanation of the technical analysis from my perspective was clear and has helped at least inform you a little bit more from a short-term point of view where we could see the price go within the near future. Obviously, we're not going to see it potentially skyrocket. If we did, fantastic, but that would be driven by factors other than the technical aspects. But in theory, if we see those key factors hit, we should see an increase in the price over time. And with that, guys, I'm going to wrap up today's video. If you did enjoy it, please remember to leave a like and subscribe for more of this sort of content. We do crypto, stocks, investing, wealth management, all that sort of cool stuff. And make sure you leave a comment down below on whether you've invested in SHIB yourself or if you're planning on doing it and where you think the stock is going to go in the future. I think personally that it has a bright future. I'd love to know your thoughts as well. And as I mentioned as well, if you want to buy SHIB, I've got that link down in the comments section below. So make sure you hit that as well. And with that, guys, I'll wrap up today's video. I hope you have an awesome day. I'll see you next time. Cheers.